Hello everyone. Um, this is just a video that I decided that I needed to make. This is something happened to me on Thursday that I kind of want to talk about. Last Thursday, yeah, it's about a week now. It's involving my ex-girlfriend Avery. Now I say my ex-girlfriend, considering the fact that we did break up, and that's what I'm here to talk about. And I'm here to talk about why and basically our history and all that because I feel like it would just make me feel better. Excuse me, just to do that. Um, and I just, I just, I just want to talk about it, and like, I know school wouldn't be the place to do it, so you know what, might as well just upload a video about, But I kind of want to make this like a normal thing now, like me going over stuff that's happened in my life, or just like stories, sort of like one of those commentaries. Let me just pull it up, for example, like maybe like It's Alex Clark or something like that. Ever heard of that guy? He's pretty cool, just like something like that. But this is different. This is uh me and not him. So, um let me just say this: everything in this video is 100% true. Everything in this video. This is probably going to be a long video. We have a long history, about a month of history, that is. Coming up on maybe like 2 months now, I think. But, yeah, we definitely have some history. Um, yeah, let's get right into this video. So, let's get into who actually Avery is. Now, this Avery, you probably have no idea who I'm talking about. Like, who the heck is Avery? She's my ex-girlfriend. Well, she was my girlfriend, but now she's my not. Do I have to redo that part? Whatever. Anyway, this is another one of those unscripted, crappy videos. So I apologize for that. This is unscripted. And just stuff. So yeah, this is unscripted. So just if I pause in some like for some reason, you know, you'll know why. But anyway, um, who is Avery? Avery, you probably have no idea who this person is. I've never brought them up. I don't think I brought them up on my YouTube channel. Maybe I have once or twice, but I know a lot of people at school probably know who she is. It's not the one that goes to our school, everyone. For everyone who's watching at school, it's not the one that goes to our school. It's a different one. It's one that let's just get into this. So, how did we meet? Well, I know I told a lot of people at school we met in person. I lied! Yeah, I did. I'm sorry that I did lie, but it was the only way to prevent me being made fun of at school because I had an internet girlfriend who I later met IRL. So, I had to avoid all that, so I just took the easy way out, honestly. It's a decision that I regret doing, and also I have a hat on because my hair is wet, I just took a shower, so I don't really, I don't really feel like doing that, but yeah, we met on Xbox. So I was playing with my friend Dawson on Xbox. He's pretty cool. Um, he had to go because he was framed for swearing. He actually didn't swear at all, which was horrible. He got grounded for swearing, even though he didn't. It was actually his cousin. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. So that's off topic. I'm sorry. I have a tendency to go off topic. But I needed some diamond. We were playing Minecraft. I needed some diamonds. So I see what my friend Andrew's doing, and he's playing Minecraft too with his friend. And I joined their party, and I'm like, hey, I need some help mining diamonds. Do you think you can help me? And then the one was obviously a girl, and then the other one was Andrew. So they were both like, yeah, I'll help. We'll help you. And I was like, cool. So the girl in the party was Avery, who Andrew told me it was, and yeah, basically we got to know each other. We played pretty much for the rest of the day, rest of the night. We really got along, and we learned that we had so much in common. It was not even funny. Like we both like so many things. Like we both like Minecraft. We both enjoyed about something. got insulted about something. Can't remember exactly what it was, but I got mad at him, and I'd kicked him from the party and all that. We were in a party, and he was like, "Why'd you do that?" And I was like, "Well, he was so offending me." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't intend for you to do that, or I didn't intend for him to do that. I'm sorry." And I could tell she was like surprised at this kid. Apparently, they had been together for like 7 months or so, but it eventually ended the next day when I was driving to church, and I talked to her about how I was insulted, and they broke up, which I'm gonna be honest, wasn't my intention, but it ended up going in my favor, even though I didn't really feel like if I didn't really feel like it should have, honestly. Um, I feel like it should have, like, I don't, you know, I kind of felt guilty because I had just thought, like, you know, and I wanted to apologize, but every time I wanted to, I just had this urge not to, because what he had said was so insulting at the time. And at this, now I can't even remember what he said. I wanted to be his friend until he did all this. But, yeah, I don't even know. I can't even remember what he said. I can't give you any details, but I don't remember anything. But that's besides the point. The point is they broke up, right? And so next part, it's like an hour. It was an hour after this. I had just gotten out of church confirmation. It's annoying. Let's be honest. And I built up the courage to ask her out, and she said yes. Yay! Yay for me! Hit a dab. Because we all know the cool kids still dab, right? I think. Am I stuck in 2016? I don't know. Anyway, that was 3 years ago now. Happy New Year! Anyway, so I'm getting off topic again! Okay, whatever. Let's just stay. Okay, cool. So, we, unscripted. We had we kept on talking after that, and the next day was when we did our first official FaceTime. We FaceTime. She was beautiful. It was great. But anyway, so it was like that for about a week. I told my mom about her, and stuff. And then next week, nothing really happened. We just kind of did the same thing. I have a hair like going out of my hat. Stay in there. Stay under there. I don't want to reveal my ugly hair. Anyway, 2 weekends passed by. And this was when we got into our first argument. This was not a serious argument, by any means. This happened in Minecraft. Minecraft! You already can tell it's not a serious argument. But, what had happened in Minecraft was she was trying to do a roleplay. I'll admit, I kind of messed things up. I'd used a clone command to try and clone a house for me. It went wrong. And I accidentally cloned the wrong blocks. And I had accidentally inputted a command also that I had accidentally inputted a command that I used on another world into the world, and it basically just like deleted the floor of a house. But basically, to put it in simpler terms, I was using a command on another world to delete something, and then I used the same command accidentally on that world, and it deleted the floor of one of the house. And then her friend, let's meet Rad. I don't know their real name, honestly. They were just some person who she met online. I didn't even know who they were. It was bad, and this was before I had the talk with Avery about being too trusting online. Trust me, it's a scary world out there. I mean, you shouldn't immediately go and be like, I don't trust you. But I mean, you shouldn't like trust everyone, you know. Like I could tell they were a little slightly irritated with me, and they weren't really nice. Not to me, at least. They were nice to Avery, but not me. But anyway, so basically, what was that? That was really weird. Anyway, so basically, we were talking, and we had somehow gotten into an argument. And oh yeah, I had forgot. I had cloned a bunch of gravel and stuff. It was all right, but that's besides the point. The point is we got into an argument, right? And so we got into an argument. Of course, you all know your boy activated his trap card, uh, and then cloned another house on top of a house, and that's when I think the real argument started. Um, and so, um, Yeah, we got in an argument. I said that like 3 times now. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that we got into an argument. Oh my god, I'm a freaking idiot! But anyway. How many times have I said anyway? Off topic. I'm not gonna say anyway. We got into an argument, and I don't know actually how it started. Um, but it started, and it wasn't really pleasant. I mean, it wasn't the worst argument in the world. It was nothing to break up over, but of course, me being exaggerative, is that even a word? I kind of took it too seriously, and I was like, "Oh my god, are you breaking up with me?" Like that kind of thing. And she wasn't. She really wasn't. She was just a little irritated at the time. I mean, arguments are part of relationships. Who hasn't been Who has been in a relationship without arguing? I mean, no one's perfect, you know. We all got to disagree at some point. But we eventually didn't break up with this. We solved it. You know, it was fine. Fast forward another 2 weeks because I have nothing. Oh, whoops! Forgot about one key part. I don't even know how I forgot about this. Let's go back another week. This is a part that made me cry. Now, this was tears of joy. Don't worry. Um, about a week after me and Avery had met and fallen in love with me, and I fell in love with her. She sends me a Nightcore song, and this Nightcore song was hit me so hard that I had to delete it from my phone after we broke up because every time I heard it, it made me cry, and it made me super sad, and it just reminded me of her. And basically, the Nightcore song was called "I Love You," and it was this super touching song, and it was really, really something. I was so moved by the fact that someone had actually had feelings for me. Sorry, I just gotta check something. I had someone in my life who had feelings for me. And it felt great. It felt great. It honestly did. Which is why that day after that I met Avery, as soon as I got to school, after that one time that I met Avery, oh my god, I told everyone. You know why? Because I was walking on air. It made me so happy to know that someone actually have feelings for me. As the kid who has no girl like him in school, I can assure you, there's no girl in my school that likes me. That it felt great. Because I know that no girl likes me, and I know that this is like a fluke. This was totally a fluke. And I was so happy. I was walking on air. I was happy. Which is why and I still am, depressed that we broke up. Because it really hit me hard that I'm probably never going to find anyone like that again. It was a total fluke, and I don't... I've never met anyone like that. But, anyway, she sent me this song called "I Love You," and it was to the point where it literally made me cry because it was so number one, the song was good, but number two, it was so touching. It just made me cry. This fact that I knew that she had loved me, and I knew that I loved her, and it was great, and it literally made me cry because she had sent me that, and I didn't, but okay, let's just continue. Anyway, anyway, let's fast forward to like the week of the 17th, and then that weekend, that Saturday was the day that I had met Avery in person. I met her in person, which was her birthday party. Her birthday party, let me say, best day of my life. There you go. That was the day of my first kiss with Avery. Not my first, well, yeah, my first kiss ever, actually. That day really signified a lot of things, like that she really did love me, and that she really did have feelings for me, and I was so happy. I was walking on air. Like, there was nothing, I was on cloud nine, as a lot of people would say. Like, I was so happy to have someone besides my parents, my mom, I should say. My dad's another story. that actually helped. That actually like had these kind of feelings for me. And then we fast forward a couple of days later, and we broke up, and it really hit me hard. So there's our complete history. It only took a good 16 minutes of your life. You probably want them back now, but I mean, still, I just thought this was something, Here's the cringy part. The day that we broke up. Worst day of my life, to put it simple. You want to know what happened? We had gotten into an argument about the day before about our friend building some not so funny stuff about like sexual stuff in my backyard in Minecraft. Another Minecraft argument. Not good stuff, and it relied on like trust issues and all that because it was her friend and it was an argument, and she thought that I didn't trust her, right? And I did. And this was the day before that we broke up. And I feel like the only reason I brought that up is because I think that has something to do with us breaking up, in which I do trust her. I was not having a good day that day, you know. I had a lot of stuff happen. Like my Xbox started acting up weirdly. I had a lot of other stuff happen to me that day. And that was like I think that was Christmas Eve or something. No, it was the day after Christmas. I'm sorry. No, it was too there. Yeah, it was the day after Christmas. But the day after that, worst day of my life. December 27th, right? Hold on. Wednesday. That's not gonna help you, idiot. Pull up pull up the freaking calendar. I need to see something. There you go. Good boy. Oh, let me go back. There it is. December 27th, 2018. Worst day ever, and I'm marking it in the calendar. December 27th, worst day of my life. We had another argument because Avery had announced that she needed to take a break from their relationship. I forget what about. I actually can't remember. We had gotten an argument about her including me and stuff because the only reason that I wanted her to include me in everything and I wanted to be with her all the time was because I felt alone, actually. I felt alone for a lot of the time. I still do feel alone. Like, even though I'm not, and I can tell you that, I just do. Back then, there was no one who would play on Xbox with me. I'd always, like, have, like, no one to play with, and the only one to play with was Avery. And, well, I mean, that's why. And I'll be honest, I kept her from playing with some of her friends because I wanted to be with her 24/7, and I'm so sorry. If Avery, if you're watching this, I'm super sorry. I didn't mean to do that at all. But it doesn't. That's for enough. I really am sorry for everything. But she said she wanted a break for a relationship. She said she wasn't breaking up with me. She wasn't breaking up with me. She just wanted a break. So I said, okay. Little did I know that break within the next 3 hours would drive me insane. All I wanted to do was talk to her. Until my friend made a comment. Was it the wisest comment? Absolutely not. But I was playing with my friend Thomas. He's pretty cool. He actually was one of my viewers, and we started playing with him. But I was playing with him, and he made this comment. He said, jokingly, of course, "What if she's cheating on you?" And I was like, that's not possible. She wouldn't cheat on me, and I know Avery. And I know she wouldn't cheat on me like that. And it was funny at the time. I thought it was pretty funny, because me knowing Avery, she would not cheat on me. I swear, she wouldn't. She's not that kind of person. But have you ever had that kind of thing where someone says something to you, and then you see something related to it, and then you freak out, especially if it's a bad thing? That was at the same exact time, Avery was in a party with her ex-boyfriend. What did this trigger in my mind? I didn't already trust her ex-boyfriend. I didn't trust him at all. The first thing that came up to me was what my friend had said. I flipped. This was the worst mistake of my life. I had flipped out. I joined their party. I accused her of cheating on me. I was trying to keep back tears, knowing that I knew what I was doing was wrong. I knew what I was doing, and I knew it was wrong, but I had been driven crazy. And I was, the only reason I did what I did was because I loved her so much, and I really did, and I just didn't want to lose her, and I just didn't know what to do, so I just decided to try and call her out for cheating on me, even though she clearly wasn't. I'm about to cry. Hold on. I'm sorry, Avery. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it at all. It just happened. I'm very impulsive. That's a problem that I have now. I don't know what's causing it, but I'm impulsive, and that's just what happens. But anyway, so eventually we get everything settled, and we're totally fine. Like we're totally fine. She's not even taking a break anymore. We're back together. Remember Tyree Minor? Yeah, he invites us to a party, starts beating a dead horse, and apparently kills it again. So, what did he do? He invited us to a party, and everyone in the party started calling me bad things. They said I was the worst boyfriend ever. They said I was a horrible person. They said, like, all these horrible things about me. And they made me feel horrible by myself. I don't like to be in places where I'm not wanted. So I left the party. The second worst decision of my life. Because you know what they did? They straight up lied to her face. Yeah, they did. And you know how I knew that? Is because I'm pretty sure if they were to just repeat what they had told, what I had apologized to Avery about, I'm pretty sure that she would have just been like, oh, it's okay that he already apologized. So there had to have been some exaggeration, if not lying. Right? Ever heard the expression beating a dead horse? Well, they were technically beating a dead argument, right? And they were just trying to bring it back up again. You can't kill a horse twice. So without some kind of, magic or something, and the magic being the lie, right? Or the exaggeration. So they obviously had to have exaggerated there. Because I had apologized for everything that I had done. And I quote, I deleted the message so I can bring it up. She broke up with me that night. I'm just gonna. She broke up with me that night. She did. She broke up with me. Sorry if the audio just glitched. There was an error with OBS right there. But she did. And it hurt. And I started crying. And I didn't stop crying. I cried in bed. I cried pretty much all morning that morning. I was dead inside. I didn't know who I was. I was lost. I was scared. I was terrified. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I was a horrible person. I felt like I wasn't a good enough person to be with anyone. And I still feel that way, to be quite honest. I still feel dead inside. I still don't like who I am. They made me think that I'm just some horrible person. And they made her think that too. Enough of the depressing stuff. Let's just get to the outro. So there you have it. There's our complete history of me and Avery. I'm not going to go cry. I'm strong. Avery, if you happen to be watching this, I'm really, really sorry for what I did. I've changed ever since that day. That day has made me realize that what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry for it. And I don't know how to say this, but it doesn't really matter anymore. I'm sorry, Avery. I know what I did was wrong. I'm sorry for exaggerating, and I'm sorry for just not letting you play with anyone on Xbox, and I'm sorry for messing with your emotions. I just didn't mean to. It was never intentional.